All right, y'all. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be removing the headliner. We're going to install some starlights. So stay tuned. Excuse the mess. You know, I'm missing a rear view mirror right now. Windshield's cracked due to the striker boys, but that's all going to get fixed. Regardless or not, today what we're doing is we're taking the starlights and putting them into the headliner. But first, what we got to do is take the headliner out. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we got the first one. We're going to call this one the A pillar. So we got the A pillar, B pillar, C pillar, D pillar. But anyways, with this one, all you're going to want to do is just bring your fingers through right here. Pop this down. Once you pop this down, you got this little push tab right here. This is going to be slid into right here. All you got to do to take this out is just push down on this little part right here. When you do that, you're able to pull it straight out. All right. So now what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and do the sun visor on the driver's side seat. What you do is you pull that part out. Go ahead and just slide this part a little bit. If you want to go ahead and go from the back, then just use this pry tool to go ahead and pop it out. Just go around, be careful with it so you don't break it. As you see, once you do that, it's kind of hard to do this with just one hand. You pop it all the way out like so. When you pop it out, you got T-torque bits. I'll tell you which ones in a second. So once we got that part popped off, we're gonna need a T20 torque bit. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and just put that in there like so. And then we're going to go ahead and loosen it. Now make sure you guys put these bolts and stuff up because you do not want to lose them. All right, so how we did this one is how we're going to kind of do this one. It kind of requires the same thing, except instead what you're going to do is you're going to go right here in the middle on this side, and you just want to pop it out right. It's kind of hard to see, but you want to pop it out right there where that little tab is. As you can see, when you drop that one little tab right there, you're going to have another T20 torque bit. And another little thing I like to do, since these parts you can lose them, I just like to go ahead and tighten them a little bit back into the fixture itself. So go ahead and tighten that back in just a little bit so we don't lose it. All right, and then this is what you're looking at so far. You got the sun visor clip right here off, and then you also got this one off right here. We're working with the plug, but don't worry about that. We'll get to that in a second. All right, so right here we're gonna go ahead and do the grab handles. Kind of the same scenario. So you can see the little access points to pop these clips out. They're going to be right here. Same thing on this side. They're going to be right there. So what you want to do is you just want to go ahead and pull that down like so. Be gentle. When you remove these two, you're going to need a T27. As you can see, get a better quality view of it. But yes, you're going to need a T27 for these screws. Get those out. You just want to go ahead and get that T27. Go ahead and loosen it up. All right, that's one, and then you got one more. All right, that's two. And then what you want to do is you just want to gently pull on it, and they pop right out. What you need is the pry bar. Since there's such a big gap, you go through it like that on the bottom, and you just pop it down like so. And then that's really all you need to do for this part. All right, basically how we did that front driver side, we're going to go ahead and do the rear driver side. Same thing, T27 torque bit, pop out these clips right here, and you'll be able to access them. The only thing a little bit different about this one is this one actually has the light. So when you pull this one out, you're actually going to have to disconnect the wiring from the light itself. Now that we're back, you see that there's a wire right here that you need to unpull, but you got to be very careful right here because the wire is actually kind of tucked in back there. So you got to carefully pull it out without damaging the wires. So now we're at the C pillar. It's the same concept as the front, so you really just want to get your fingers in there and then pull down on it. And then when you pull down on it, you're going to have that same tab that you did in the front, and then you're going to use that, push it down to disconnect it. So after we disconnected this, we moved to the C pillar. We went ahead and disconnected this one. We popped it out, pulled that pin out, that sliding pin, and then what we did is we went straight to the back and we went ahead and dropped the roof. After we dropped the roof, like I said, forgot to mention, when you pop this headliner down, the only thing that you need to do is just pull it straight from the back. And then you got a few clips. You got one right here, and then you got some right here, and then you got one on that side as well. Now what we're gonna do with this one is we're gonna remove the dome lights. And with this one, it's gonna have 4 clips. You're gonna have one over here, one back here, one back here, one back here. So the best way I advise to do this is go ahead and pull it down with this pry tool that you have on each side where the clip is at, okay? All right, so once you remove that dome light, you got another T. I believe this is a T20. You're gonna go ahead and remove that as well after you disconnected this. So what you do to disconnect this from the dome light, there's a tab right here. You just push down on it and it slides right